Hi guys! So I'm going to give it a minute or two, but we are going to be transcribing this diary from 1943 together. We started last week. Maybe while we're waiting. Let me see if I can pull up my blog that I made of it so you can see. Hold on. So last week we looked at the diary we started. I just began it. So we started to transcribe it, and I decided this is going to be something that we do together. So I made a little website for it, and I'll post on here kind of what we find. It's super blurry because I haven't figured out my setup yet, but you get the idea. I actually have like a slides in here that you can see all of the transcription that we've done so far. So I'm going to keep updating this as we go. So ready for the weather to be better. So ready for the weather to be better for this guy. Yeah, I think it's going to be a while. And I'm sorry, a lot of you lost me because I guess I froze up and I didn't realize for a long time. So I was just kind of like talking to myself for a while. And then I realized, and I I stopped this live and started a new one because I don't really know how else to fix that. And some of you were able to jump on the other one. Others, I think I've just lost you. But if that ever happens again, because I do have kind of unstable Wi-Fi sometimes, if that ever happens again, I will always just like restart a new live from my page. So if I freeze up and go away, you can always just go to my page. Are any of you here from last time, or are you guys just kind of like stopping and don't know what's going on? I'm going to get started soon, but it seems like people are still coming in. I'm glad some of you like registered for the event. I'm new to this too, so I don't really know how it works, but like I guess on my page you were here, thanks, awesome. You can go to my page and you can register for the live event. So I'm going to decide like what day to do this on. New to this live. Well, welcome. This is a new thing I just started last week. I'm really into history, and my page is, I read through a 1917 diary and kind of like share my research process. But this is a new diary that I got off eBay, and we started all transcribing it together. So we went through and we literally like looked at the pictures of the pages and wrote out what they say. And I mean, the reason for this is, hold on, catching this stream previously led me to look at diaries on eBay. Who knew it was such a market? I know. I didn't know either till I got my other diary from an estate sale. I didn't know this world existed. But there are actually lots of people who do this, and lots of people who like to research old objects and get them back to their family members. Yes, Emily, I've seen your name in the comments a lot. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. All right, so should we get started? I don't know if we're waiting for anybody, or I'm glad you caught me again too. I will, from now on, I'm going to like plan these ahead of time, at least like a week in advance, and I'm going to put the live event in my bio. So you can register for that event, and it doesn't it's free. You just register so that it tells you when I'm going to go live. Like, I don't know, it like gives you a countdown. I don't know if anyone did that, but if you did that and it worked and it sent you a notification, let me know, because that would be helpful. I want to be able to tell people how they can make sure they get notified. All right. Anyways, I think we're going to start. We left off on January 26th. So we started at January 1st. This is the first diary that I have out of 3 from this guy. We don't know who he is yet. And it's from 1943. The other ones are 1944, I think, and 46. I think there's like a little gap in there. But we just began. He talks a lot about the weather, so that's why I called him the Weatherman. That's kind of like what I've nicknamed these diaries, the Weatherman diaries. So we talked a lot about, why does he talk about the weather? I think it's because he lives in the Midwest, and it just matters a lot more back then. Like, if it's cold, you're cold. They don't have great heating systems. So anyways, let's get started. So we're on Tuesday, January 26th. And the way this worked last time was people kind of just chimed in and helped me read along. And I butcher the typing, but that's fine. So if you think people were moving a lot quicker than I was even last time. So keep in mind, I am reading through my phone, and I'm reading like 5 things at once. So I'm a little bit slower than you guys. Oh, here we go. Clear all day. 13 below. Good job, guys. And he usually starts off talking about the temperature, it seems. It's going to take me a while to get into typing. Okay, 13 below this morning. Remained cold all day. Temp down to 0 tonight. So whoever wants some better weather for him, I don't think it's coming anytime soon. My doctor writing my prescription. Yeah, someone told me that, my best friend Michaela, who's probably here, she told me that you guys can hear my typing a lot, and I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Well, I mean, she said it was a good thing, like kind of ASMR, but I didn't even think about that. Yes, 1943. New here. Hello, welcome. We're kind of all new here. I've just started transcribing this diary, so you're just in time. You like the typing. Thank you. All right, so that was a quick one. All right, we're on to, do I have advice for someone who's looking for a vintage diary? Go on to eBay and type in handwritten diary. You can find them in other places too. I got the one that I usually go through at an estate sale, but that was like total luck. That's not something that happens often. So definitely you're better off looking on, at least starting to look on eBay. Anything that you find in an antique store is probably going to be like way too expensive, but you can get some good deals on eBay. That's where I got these. And, you know, they were like, you could bid on them and stuff. I think I got a couple of them for like $10, but. Okay, so clear all day. 0 this morning. You're bad at this. Don't worry, you'll get better. I was bad at reading the handwriting in the other diary too, but after a while you just start to notice patterns. Like I would never look at that first word and say, oh, that says clear. The only reason I know that is because we've done a few of these entries and he says clear a lot. Like it says clear all day. So that's kind of like how we know, but it's more like patterns than anything. So warmed up during the day. Now, that looks like a name. So that's the hardest one, is like when it's a name, it's not a repeating word, it can be tough. This one is better than Anglesey. Oh, you think so? I know Anglesey's diary better, I think. So I'm just like obsessed with her diary. Yeah, I think it does say maybe Norman or Morgan, yeah. I feel like I see, okay, here's what I think. I think it says Norman because that looks like a G, but it's actually part of the T. So I'm going to say it's, oh, you think Mormons? Oh, Mormons. I don't know. I think it's more, oh, what am I even saying? I think it's Norman. Sorry, I got confused. It's hard to read like through everything. Norman was out today doing some work on Edna's cabin. Okay, so I think this is interesting because we've seen the name Edna before. And in the beginning, he mentioned Edna as if she was like his sister or a family member or maybe even like his wife or something, because he said we and Edna. He's also working on building a cabin right now. Like he talked about going out and working on the step for the cabin. So now I'm wondering who Edna is. Is he building her cabin? Like, I don't know. Do I get paid for this? No, I wish I did. Maybe someday. And then someone else said something that I wanted to. You think it's Norman? Yeah, someone said that they think it's an N because of the loop. And I agree. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. So we've got January 28th. And after we do all this, I'm going to go and update the website. I have a website where now I'm going to like keep it all up to date and show you like pictures and stuff and all of our hard work that we've done together. Someone, thank you, whoever suggested that last time. Maybe Norman is her husband. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll find out more because Edna is a name that comes up. No, this isn't a video game. It'd be maybe a kind of boring video game. Not for me, but. The journal, the question about how much do these journals usually go for, it's like all over the place. A lot of the times they're ridiculous, and then sometimes they're cheaper, but you do have to look out. I told someone this in the last live. Some of the journals and diaries that are on sale on eBay, they're like partially full. Like they'll just have a couple of pages written in, or they'll be empty. Like, really make sure you scroll through, because people do sell empty ones. And I don't want any part in that. I mean, obviously everyone collects something different, but I want it to be like full. And, you know, sometimes they're really expensive. Other times it's like a bid kind of thing and you can get a good deal. So you just got to keep an eye out. I don't really look often, because I will like go crazy and I'll buy a bunch of stuff that I'll never go through. So I've been sticking to my 1917 diary. I have it out right now, but that's kind of what I've been focusing on. And then this is just like an extra thing that I've picked up. Okay, so let's see. Someone said Norman out today. Okay, that was from the last one. Okay, so January 28th, clear all day. See, repetitive, clear all day, 8 above this morning. Is that Norman again? Oh, no, it's warmed up quite a lot. Hold on. After I type this, I'm going back for a second. Quite a lot, but... Oh, wait. Quite a lot today. But... Today's doing some work on the cabin. Hold on. Is it Norman? Oh, Norman out. Oh, okay, so he does say warmed. But yeah, then it says Norman out doing work on the cabin. Thank you, guys. You guys are quicker than me, and I'm like thinking you were talking about warmed. Norman out today doing some work on the cabin. So I wonder, is Norman helping him build the cabin? Is Norman Edna's husband? I don't know. All right. Twenty-ninth. Cannot see what I'm typing. Okay. January 29th. Cloudy. And 20 above. Ooh, warmer. This morning. Thank you, because sometimes it's actually easier for me to read your comments than read through all of the words in the diary. So, cloudy and 20 above this morning. Warmed up. Quite. Oh, I don't know what that is referring to. Warmed up. Sorry, I get distracted by reading the comments. Warmed up some. What am I talking about? Warmed up quite. Warmed up some during the day. Ronald. What does that say? Ronald. What did Ronald do? Do you see that? Ronald. What's that? Ronald something. Maybe that's his last name. Oh, maybe it's... Is it Ronald and I don't know. Or is that his last name? Maybe it's his last name. Yeah, okay. I think so too. So that's probably an H, right? H-A-L-E-T-S? I don't know. But then what? Ronald something was... Fiance? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Fiance. His fiance was... I'm stuck again. You think on fire? His house was on fire? Oh my God, that's literally what it says. Good job. Great job. Ronald something's house was on fire in the what? Roof? Last night, but they got it out. Wow, cool. Good job. See, that's something I would have, think I got it, and then later on go back and realize that might not be it. Good job. This is fun. All right. Thrilling. Yes, plot twist. Good thing they got the fire out. Okay. Clear all day and mild. 27A, which, as we've learned, so it's 27A, but usually he means above, I think, because he's talking about that every day almost. 27A this morning. So 27 above zero. Getting a little bit warmer. Edna went to Sea Rapids, which, if you were here last week, when I first started this live, I had no idea what that said, and you guys helped me with that. So Sea Rapids this evening. So that's how we kind of narrowed down. We don't know who the guy who wrote it is, but we do know that he's from Iowa. Yes, he is near Cedar Rapids. He did mention in the last group of entries we did together, the beginning of January, he mentioned going to a couple of funerals, and in one of them he talked about a specific funeral home, and we narrowed it down to a funeral home in Cedar Rapids, I think, or near it. So we were able to pinpoint that place. Are you doing this for your job? I wish. No, I'm just doing this for fun. I'm a teacher. That's my job. January 31st, 1943. Hello. Someone said I'm new. What's going on? Why don't I write the day of the week? Just because I don't want to type all that stuff. I'll add it later, maybe. But someone said, what are we doing? We are transcribing a 1943 diary together. And we're just kind of going through it and trying to read what it says and figuring out who this guy is. You wonder what subject I teach. I teach art, actually. Maybe you thought history, but I teach little children art. Okay. Mostly cloudy today. The Edna might be the author's wife. We don't know yet. The A could be a stylized degree symbol. Yes, maybe. Add the day of the week, please. Okay. It's just a lot to type, and I am, as you can see, I'm looking around my phone every time I have to type, so it's kind of hard on my neck, but I'll do it just to please you. Mostly cloudy today. 20 above this morning. Ground, I don't know, what does that say? He thought English. Oh, snowed. Yeah, he's talking about snow, of course. Snowed some during the day. English was actually one of my favorite subjects, though, in high school. I never really liked history much, which is kind of funny. I think I just didn't like how history was geared around, just remembering dates and events. And not, actually stories. Have I found anything salacious in the diary? No, nothing in this one yet. In the other one that I'm reading, nothing crazy, but she talks about all the boys who are into her and stuff, and she talks about a couple things about him, but nothing too nuts. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. In the school you teach, do they teach students to write script? No, I don't know, actually. It's an elementary school, and it's a lower elementary school, so they're just learning to write. But I don't know if they still teach cursive, but I know that sometimes students will come up to me and be like, oh, I can write my name in cursive, and it's a big deal. But they're still so young that I think that they probably would, learn in third grade, or that's when I learned. I don't know. Hold on. I'm really lost now. So we did snowed some during the day. Okay, so this is why we thought Edna was a sister. Or maybe it is DTR. Someone said DTR Edna. Could be. We thought it was STR. So I'm going to put this. STR/DTR. Because that's a good thought too. Maybe it's his daughter. And he's building her a cabin. So maybe, I don't know. Seems like a family member though for sure. Because he does mention her a lot. So, thanks for all the gifts, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put DTR/STR. Sister, daughter, Edna, and I went up to Lloyd's for dinner. Don't know who Lloyd is. This is from, The diary writer is from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I keep going to say Ohio. Iowa in 1943. The actual diary is from eBay. So I don't know like what that question was directed to. It's definitely later Edna and I. Okay, hold on. I need to stopping to read the comments. Lloyd's for dinner. Norman. Roger and I had a birthday. Does that say birthday? Yeah. Can I zoom out again? Yeah, I can try. Sorry. Does that say birthday jaunty? It might. I thought it said like recently. I think it says recently. Because that's part of, it looks like a J, but it's part of the D in dinner. Okay, so I'm going to say it could be jointly, but I do think that's actually part of the D. I'm going to say recently. But they all had a birthday recently? And the dinner was given for the boys and myself. Nice. You think secretly? So they had a birthday secretly? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't make sense. I think it says recently. Earlier, he says later Edna, and I went not. Oh, you think it's, okay. You think that says LTR? Like later? It could. I don't know. I'll add it, and we'll figure it out. Maybe one time he will write the whole word, and then that will solve that mystery. Oh, you think it says Lloyd and myself? Yeah, I guess that. Wait, but he said for the Boyds. I don't know. That's the thing. It's like there's certain words. I guess it could say Boyds, but I'm just gonna leave it at boys. Norman and Roger must be two different people. Yes, I think it's like Norman, Roger, and I. Okay, and move on. Sometimes I get stuck on these little things, and apparently you guys do too. So we're like the same people. Okay. So we're at Monday, February 1st, 1943. Okay. 0 this morning. Clear most of the day. Warmed up some during the day. Oops. Oh my God. Okay. We did not have a January thaw. Thank you to whoever just said that. H.M. Hansen, thank you. You guys are definitely quicker than me. I think you see it larger than I do too. Because I'm reading it, but I see all of your comments on top of it. So it's kind of confusing. We didn't have a January thaw. It has been it's been a solid winter. Is that what that says? Maybe that means like it literally was solid because it didn't thaw. That's probably what it means. It has been a solid winter so far, but something little drifting. Very little drifting. Last time he was talking about drifting, like the snow on the roads. Okay. Nice. Tuesday. I'll zoom into this one in a second. I need to wear my glasses. Okay. Tuesday, February 2nd. This is an easy one, I guess. We don't know whose diary this is yet. We call him the Weatherman because he talks about the weather a lot. But hopefully we'll learn. We've already kind of pinpointed a couple of people in the diary other than him because he gave full names and like they had unfortunately passed away. So we had death dates and we could look them up. So hopefully we'll be able to kind of like triangulate and find him. this is like the first diary we're reading, so we're just through January into February, so maybe he will reveal himself soon. He definitely has a family member named Edna. So yeah, we're just gonna like figure it out. We know he's from Cedar Rapids. He probably is a farmer. He's building a cabin, so I don't know. Another person said, what is this? Just curious. We're transcribing a diary from 1943 and trying to like figure out who it is. And this is like an ongoing thing. We just started last week and I'm going to keep doing this. I'm going to do them like weekly. All right, clear and mild today. Did some work around home tonight. Okay, and then Wednesday. Ugh, curse the person who asked me to write the days of the week. Okay. Turned to rain and snowing this morning. Snowed most of the morning. I can actually fill you in on the key points because we've just started this. So like fill you in on the main points and the people. We don't know who the diary writer is. We know that he has a family member named Edna. There were a couple of specific names that I don't know off the top of my head last week that we were able to like find. Hold on, I'm reading things while I'm answering things. I need to like just finish answering the question. We are able to find those specific people and like where they were from and when they lived. So we're hoping that like we can figure out who this guy is soon. But I did make a website where I'm putting all of that information so that if you missed what we did last week, or if you missed this week or the next one, you can go and kind of catch up and see what we've transcribed so far. Really, we don't know. We don't know who any of these people are yet. Okay, someone said that there's no the. Hold on. Turned to rain this morning. Snowed most of morning. You're right. Was partly bad. Drifting? Is that say drifting again? Drizzling? Drifting? Driving. Yeah, driving. He did talk about driving in the last one too and how the roads were really bad. Was partly bad driving this morning. Maybe not cloud. Drove. Does that say drove up? Oh, pretty bad? Pretty, yeah. Yeah. That makes more sense. Someone says, hold on, you guys are going so fast. I can't read all the comments. Pretty bad. Drifting cleared up after 1 p.m. and thawed quite a lot. Okay. I think it says driving. It was pretty bad driving this morning. Drove up or cleared up. Cleared up. Cleared up after 1 p.m. and thawed quite a lot. I found the diary on eBay. And I have 2 more that are written by the same person. I bought the diaries all from the same person, so I like figured out they were selling them all at the same time. So that's how I figured out they belonged to the same writer. But unfortunately, the person who sold them also sold a bunch of other ones from the same person, and I couldn't get my hands on all of them, which makes me sad. So they got separated, but we have 3. And no, I don't do this for work. I would love to, but I don't. It's a hobby. You read prescriptions all day. That's hilarious. You're probably really good at this. Did I write PM? Did it say AM? That says PM. And. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. All right, Thursday, February 4th. Okay, mostly clear today. Yeah, and you know what's funny? So some people are talking about like reading prescriptions and reading doctors' handwriting. I just realized that I am an elementary school teacher and I read a lot of little kids' handwriting. So maybe that's why I'm pretty good at it. Okay, you guys are still translating. So I'm mostly clear today. About 30 above. This morning. Did not thaw much today. I feel like he is a farmer because he's talking about thawing every single day. So that matters a lot to him. Like he knows the day since it last thawed, which was last Thanksgiving, he said. So, I mean, maybe back then people were more aware of that, or I feel like he has a reason to know when it last thawed. All right, did not thaw much today. Will work. Hold on. What does that say? Will work finished? No. What does that say? Will? Well? Maybe it's like well work? Will I work? What is, hold on. Sometimes it helps to like kind of go, yeah, maybe fitting. Fitting on some windows. Okay, so I'm going to like just put that in there. Finished fitting on some windows on the cabin this afternoon. So now we have to just kind of go back. He is building a cabin, so that makes sense. Well, I finished. Did not thaw much today. Will, I feel like that says will. With work finished. Will's work finished. What is this? Will Dubkirk? Yep, maybe that's a D. It's a name. Yep. I think it's a name. Dubrick? Oh, it's Dvorak. I don't know how to say it, but we did, that name came up. That came up last time we were together when we were doing entries. So I can't remember specifically if it was Will that he was talking about, but that name came up. So that's what I'm going to go with. Yes, we did see that name before, Emily. That's what I just, like, light bulb moment, you know? It's tough. It's been a long time. Okay. So maybe somehow he's connected to this cabin that they're building. I'll have to do some more research. I actually didn't do much in between last week and this week. But yeah, it was Mrs. Dvorak. You're right. So that's probably not Edna, because he's calling her Edna by the first name. So they're probably not married. I don't know. Yeah, if we don't know his name, we call him the Weatherman. Why are you typing these? It's not an assignment. It's just for fun. I'm really into history and, you know, stories that were lost before, but now we kind of find them again in these old diaries. And I read through a 1917 diary mostly on my page. So we're just doing this together because it's fun. Okay. Friday, February 5th. Cloudy today. Temp 30. Thank you, mindless musician. Above this morning. Raw and mild, I think. Raw and mild. Yeah, he has used the word raw before. Or maybe rain. Could be rain. Remained. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Rain? Rain and mild? I definitely think it says and, but remained does kind of, it looks like it could be that too, but rain and mild. We know it was bad weather. That's all that matters. All day. A little rain falling tonight. You think it says raw? Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I think no matter what, we know that the weather sucked every single day. This poor man. He did say in the last group of entries that we read together, he said like it was the worst night in a long time, in months, which is so sad. Okay, cloudy and cold. I love his letter D. Look at that. Looks like a music note. Add Friday to the last entry. Okay. Cloudy and cold today. 15 above. Is it? I think it's STR Edna. And yes, we know where he is geographically. He's around Cedar Rapids, Iowa. I think I say around because actually in this entry he's saying went to Cedar Rapids. So he has to like go into the city. So I feel like he's a little bit out of the city. I'm not sure exactly where, but he does talk about like specifically going into Cedar Rapids a lot. So 15 above, I'm going with STR. I think it's STR. Sister Edna and I went to Cedar Rapids. Hopefully we can get Edna's last name because then we can find him. Lloyd's came out this evening. Hold on, I'm not caught up with the messages. Maybe they're Mennonites? Maybe. I don't know. Are there a lot of Mennonites out there? This is in the 40s, so I mean, I wouldn't assume just because they're farmers that they're Mennonites. I think like a lot of people were farmers back then. I don't know. Okay, Sunday, February 7th. We would call nuns. Oh, you're right. You're right. I was thinking, someone said we would call nuns sister. That's true. So maybe it's that, maybe it's like a religious kind of sister, but you think it's Stu? Not STR? Stu Edna? I don't know. It does. It depends on the denomination, but like that is a thing. But I feel like he talks about like going places with her, so I think that he is related to her. Someone said, can we get some drama? I know. Okay, sorry. Clear today. Temp about 14 above this morning. Oh yeah, so that is his D. So we'll compare that in a second. I'm going to type it out and then we'll compare the D and see if it's an S or a D. So did some work around the place today. Warmed up today. I went over to Helen's house tonight. So, and thank you to everyone who is answering, because I know a lot of people come in here and they're like, what is this? Thank you for answering that question, because it's hard for me to even see when people are asking. So, okay, we're going to look at this letter here, because this definitely says D-I-D, and we're going to see if that's the same as, I feel like it is, D. What do you guys think? Daughter, DTR, or sister? I think it's a D. Okay. Well, let's see. It would make sense if he's building his daughter a cabin. Okay, totally butchered the word February. Okay. Clear and mild today. Hold on, my setup is falling. I went to see Rapids after working. house hard. I saw house too, but after working hours, yeah, I think it's hours to get some material for the well. Cool. After working hours to get some material home at 6 p.m. So he's like really building this cabin. Yeah, now he's building a well. I wish I knew how to build a cabin. Okay. We're reading a diary from 1943 and typing it out as we go to try to figure out who the author is. So on Tuesday, February 9th, clear and mild today. Went over to Helen's this morning. Wonder who Helen is. John, Knalt, maybe? And I booked. Lawn? I don't know. I'm stuck. Okay, John. That's some name. Noel. Maybe it's Noel. And I looked, power lawnmower over. Oh, okay. Oh, looked this power lawnmower over. It is to be sold at sale tomorrow. I wonder what the sale is. No, maybe. Booked. Did I write morning? Yeah, maybe that says evening. Forked. Or maybe it's like he looked it over. Because he looked it over because it's going to be sold and he wanted to, like, I don't know. Look, yeah, okay. I'm going to go with that. It's kind of funny that he says power lawnmower. Like, nowadays, that would be assumed. We would just say lawnmower. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Had some rain and sleet. Yes, ooh, we have sleet now. Oh my god, you guys, forgot the comma after Tuesday. I'll go back. It's really hard to do this with 500 people watching. Okay, had some rain and sleet last night. Maybe I'll just like share this whole document and let you guys edit it and make it perfect. What does that say? Turned cold. 10th is your birthday. It's my dad's birthday too. Tonight. And getting colder today. Strong northwest wind tonight. And getting colder. Oh my god, just keeps getting colder and colder. A cold rain is predicted for tonight. Does that say cold rain? Cold wave. Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, it's already so cold and he's predicting another cold rain. That's sad. This poor guy. Can't wait till the summer. He'll be like, oh, it was a beautiful day today. So warm. Every day. Okay. Thursday, February 11th. And I'm going to go fix the comma because someone's going to say it. Okay. Clear all day. 0 this morning. Remained cold all day. Warmed up tonight. feel like it's always like the first couple sentences are always about the weather, and then if we get a couple extra sentences, it might be a little bit more interesting, like this one. Helen had her farm sale today and had a good sale. John Knoll was born about 1901 and 1948. Okay, that could be him. So what I'm going to do is screenshot that, but you should definitely send me what you... Helen had her farm sale today and had a good sale. That's good. Good for Helen. Oh, thank you. That's nice. Okay. February 12th. I got this on eBay. I have another diary. Oh, I have to put the day of the week. Someone's going to yell at me. I got the diary that I normally read on my page at a... Wait, hold on. Someone just said they think it's Edna who died last month. Okay, I need to screenshot that too. I don't know how to do it. Okay. Please send me on my email or on my Instagram. Send me that. Whatever you found, okay? Because I look at it after and I'll put it on the website, and that would be awesome. That would be crazy. Okay. I forget what I was talking about before. The diary that I normally read on my page is from an estate sale. I got really lucky with that. That's not like normal, but these are from eBay. No, I didn't buy the screenshots on eBay. I bought the actual diaries. I've got 3 of them from this person. There were more that they sold, but I got 3 of them, and I took the pictures so that I could blow it up bigger because it would be really tough to kind of like try to do this together. So I think that this works a little bit easier. So, oh, this is sad. He said that it was clear, but then he decided, no, that was an accident. It was actually snowy. Snow until about 10 so 10 a.m. today, I'm assuming. 15 above. This morning. Worked around the well tonight, getting surface water out of the manhole. I think that says the manhole. Surface water, that's cool. Anyone ever dug a well? I guess you gotta get the surface water out. Ooh, this is a long one. Okay, Monday. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, clear all day. 0 this morning. We're reading a diary from 1943 and transcribing it to try to figure out who the people are. Oh, hold on. Oh, something's wrong with my screenshots. Maybe I skipped the page when I was taking it. When I was taking the pictures. I must have. Because I would have... Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, let me look. 1 second. There was a couple of blank pages, but I don't know if it was from last time or this time, but I'll let you know. Definitely let me know if you catch me because, yeah, okay, it was. Those 2 pages are empty. But I take pictures in like rapid succession and I don't actually read the diary entries. I read it with you guys. So I could easily skip a page and not realize it. And they go from my phone to my iPad and something could get lost. So yeah, there's nothing on those 2 pages, unfortunately. No Valentine's Day news. Okay, so we're on, maybe I'll just write this. I'll put February 13th to 14th are blank. That's what I do with the other diary, just to like remind myself that I'm not going nuts. Okay. Clear, or no? Snow? Wait, I'm on the wrong page. Clear all day, 0 this morning. Went to, I'll zoom into this one. Sea Rapids at 9. slot on the MW streamlined. Who wants to look up if the MW streamlined or streamliner is a train or something? Wait, to meet James Ocelot coming in from Chicago on the MW station line. I think it says streamlined. Streamliner. Is a streamliner, am I dumb? Is a streamliner a train? Or a boat? Alright. He is at the Great Lakes. Cool. I forgot I. Where did I forget I? Oh, I went to. Okay, so we can also, that's like another place that we could find. It's a train, thank you. So streamliner is a train. Is it a specific train? That's kind of cool. Norfolk and Western Bullet Streamliner. Oh, cool. Norfolk and Western. Okay. So so that must be an N. Very cool. Okay. Great Lakes Navy Training School. We could look that up. This says 15th. Had a snow most of the forenoon. The above is for, the above is for Saturday. Oh, so that's weird. Is he talking about the past Saturday? Why wouldn't he just write that? Maybe he messed up. He must have messed up and written it on the wrong day, and he's writing in pen, so he had to go, I wonder if the next day will be about Sunday. I don't know. Let's see. This one actually looks pretty cool. There's a lot written here. So I'll move it up. Tuesday, February 16th, 1943. Thank you. Clear today. 12 below zero. 12 below zero? This morning. A strong northwest wind, I think. He did use that NW to describe a wind before. Did I say, oh, you think it's 13? Yeah, it could be. Either way, it's cold. A strong northwest wind blowing last night made it a very bad night. That's sad. We had a crowd of... Is forenoon an American term for before noon? It's not anything that I know. I mean, I think it may have been a term back then. We talked about this last time because I was like, does that say forenoon? What does that mean? Obviously, I mean, when we think about it, it just means before noon. But it's not something that we use nowadays, for sure. Has to be a farmer. Yes. And, you know, most people were back in that area, sure. But I think he also, like, he's so hyper aware of the thaw. And when the thaw, and you can see why I call him the Weatherman now, yeah. You had forenoon as a crossword clue today. That's awesome. Okay. A strong northwest wind. I gotta find my spot again. It was a very bad night. We had a crowd of relatives into a, I think that says picnic, but he's spelling it with a K. Does that say picnic? Yeah. Derived, I never wrote wind, sorry. I get very distracted reading the comments and then I forget to type words. We had a crowd of relatives in to a picnic. What does that say? I know, I'm thinking the same thing. What kind of picnic happened below zero? Maybe indoor picnic. Maybe picnic means something other than we're thinking, like, yeah, decided maybe. Or I don't know. I don't know, because I don't see I don't see DEC. I don't see a D there. Service. Descend. Derived. I thought derived too. More context. Yeah, I guess we'll keep going and try to get more context. If you mean more context on what we're doing, it's a diary from 1943. And we don't really know who he is yet, the guy who wrote it. So we're just kind of trying to figure it out. So, to a picnic, blank, to meet James Outslot. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Today. Ova. Oh, Ottstat. Probably. Yes, you're right. You're right, because that's definitely a T this time. Ottstat. Okay, does that say, oh, Aura? Ova? Ava? Yeah, maybe Ava. I'm going to go with Ava. Ava Miller, his daughter, Ruth, and husband, Sheldon. Sheldon Francis. Oh my God, you're finding more people. Thank you. Please, if you're sending me information about someone who's in the diary, send it to my Gmail too, or to my Instagram, so that I can find it again, because there's no way for me to go back into the comments. You think it says Aura Miller? It looks like the O in Ottstat. Yeah, it really does. Okay, so I'm going to go with Ova. And we're at Sheldon, where are we? Sheldon Francis and the boys. His punctuation is not consistent either. Lloyd. Oh, this is tough. It's hard when he starts to say names. So Lloyd was in Chicago. Then what? Aura? Okay. Lloyd was in Chicago. Then what? It's this one. The two. I don't know. Can't see. Sorry. So we've got Lloyd. I think Lloyd was in Chicago. I'm trying to zoom out. Lawrence. I don't know. I can definitely... Clarence, maybe. Clarence. He seems, in this entry, he's like really just choppy. Like he's listing names, and he's not writing full sentences, so it's confusing. Like this might be a new thought. It might be Clarence's. And like, is that a period or a dash or whatever? I don't know. The two something... I think that, I don't know, that's a K. A show, maybe? The two mice. What? Dude, is that a actual show? That you know? The two minor. The two nice, oh, I'm not going to be able to figure this one out, I don't think. The two main, I don't know. I think maybe what I'll do is post this page, maybe like on my, the two were, I don't know, I'm just reading what you guys are writing. Oh, he does talk about Miss Kruger in the other entry, but I don't know if that's, okay, hold on. I'm screenshotting because like some of these comments are something I want to look at after. We're stuck on this, so I'm gonna write, it doesn't seem right, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to put it could be Miss Kruger again, but I don't see the same. I see Kruger. Oh, maybe it's like the two Miss Krugers. Yeah, someone said that too. I think it might be. Maybe they're two sisters. Okay. And he's got like a little swoosh there. I don't know how he's spelling Kruger. I'm spelling it differently every single time I type it too, so. Don't know. Hopefully we can figure it out. Lots of you are giving like dates for Ova Miller. That's cool. So I'll have to look at that. Please send me anything that you find. Send it to my Instagram or to my email, and I'll be able to add it to our website. I've got like a little website going where we're keeping everything we find about this diary, so that would be really helpful. The squiggle separates the day. Ah, yeah, maybe. I don't know why he wouldn't just go back and write. Oh, this is why. He wrote, yes, okay, this is why. He accidentally wrote February 13th and 14th on the days after. And instead of going back and writing 2 more days on the wrong day, he sort of like added in. That's what happened. So he didn't skip February 13th and 14th. He accidentally wrote them on these 2 pages, and that's why they're so long. He added the other entries at the bottom. Cool. Okay, so I'm just going to keep writing. I'll put like a little separator. You think he flipped 2 pages over and wrote in pen like an idiot. Okay, 10 below. What's he writing there? 2/16? Yeah, that's the date. Clear all day. Warming up tonight. I am using good old iPad. This is an iPad and it's just like my pictures on my iPad. And then I'm using like Microsoft Word in the background. That's it. Does it look fancy? It's not a split screen. It's like my iPad's here and my computer is behind it. This is a new diary that we just started reading last week. Yes, Clarence is sources. The 2 main Krugers. Sources? I don't know. Okay. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I like it too. Hold on. You guys are seeing all my pictures. I watched this, this isn't a lesson. No, this is just for fun. That's from before. Okay. I watched this live. My boyfriend showed me this YouTube live thing of this hummingbird. It's adorable. The hummingbird, they keep it live all the time, and it laid eggs, and the eggs hatched today, so that's what that picture was. I sent him a screenshot, like, oh, it hatched. Okay. Clear all day. 15. Above this morning. Warmed up some today. That's good. Look at that Y. So nice. Oh, I don't know. It's like, the live is, it's on YouTube. If you search like live hummingbird in California, it's this like little, I don't know what kind of hummingbird it is, but her name is Olive, and it's adorable. Oh, your dad was obsessed with the weather. That's funny. Maybe they would have been friends. Or maybe, I don't know, like, it's 1943. He's probably not still alive, this guy. Okay, because he seems like grown. Do I know where he was from? He was from around Cedar Rapids, Iowa, in the United States. But we're not sure exactly where. Clear all day, 10 above this morning. Warmed up today. I did some work taking the remainder of material to the lumber yard. Can I move the pick? Yeah, sorry. Oops. All right. What are you thinking? You guys want to keep going? Or are we getting tired? I do have a YouTube channel, yeah. Right now, it's mostly just like things from my TikTok that I put on to YouTube just to kind of like save it, just in case something happens to TikTok. But I am going to be doing more specifically for YouTube. I have some really cool things coming up this summer that I'm going to need like longer videos for sure. But I do have a couple of videos on there already that are a little bit longer that are not on TikTok, so you can definitely follow me on there. I'm going to be doing more on there. Okay, I'm glad you guys want to keep going. Go until you're ready to stop. All right. Once I start like not being able to type, then I know we're done. Okay, clear all day, 28 above this morning. Snow and ice melted quite a lot today. That's good. My YouTube is the same name as my TikTok page, Things Lost and Found. And there is a link in my bio. Like if you click on my link tree, there's a thing to click on for YouTube. Please follow me there because I'm getting worried about TikTok. I'm getting worried about it being banned. And I don't want this to go away. Like I would hate if everyone was lost because of that. Okay. Saturday, February 20th, 1943. Clear. How long have I been deciphering this journal? It's February 20th and we just started at January 1st last week. So we've had 2 lives on this now. And this is going to be just a live transcription. So we're doing this all together. I'm not doing this on my own. It'll be fun. Clear and fine today. Thank you. Someone just said that. So clear and fine today. And then someone else, yeah, Damien, thank you, had the appearance of a spring day. That is really promising. Thawed. Quite a lot. Temp about 25 this morning. That's awesome. Spring is coming. I felt like that today. Felt like a spring day. All right. Again, clear and fine all day. I know. What will he talk about when the ground thaws? I hope he'll talk about what kind of plants come up. Because that's what I notice. Like when the daffodils come up. I just saw some daffodils today. All right. It's clear and fine all day. Snow and ice has about all melted. Edna and I went up to Lloyd's this evening. See, we still don't know who Edna is. Is Edna his wife? I don't know. Because he was talking about Edna's cabin. If Edna is his daughter, I wonder if he's a widow. Possibly. I feel like it's not his wife because he's talking about building her a cabin. Yeah, he should go see Helen soon. I looked up the historic weather in Cedar Rapids. Can't resist spoilers on anything. Oh my god, don't tell us. Okay, that's funny, because whoever thought the weather would be worth spoiling. Clear and fine again today. That's good. We're on a warm streak. I worked around home today. Lloyd. Is that a last name? Jones? It's in Iowa. Thank you. Lloyd Francis. Roger, Daniel come out this evening. Or came out. What do you think? Is it come or came out? David? You think it says David? Yeah, probably. That looks like David. Roger, David came. I feel like it says come out this evening, but yeah. I took the boys down to the creek, which is, does that say creek? You think it looks like Daniel? I don't know. I thought it looked like Daniel, and then someone said David, and now I see that. Took the boys down to the creek. Which is something full. I don't know. You don't see an N. Lloyd's Restaurant. Maybe it's Lloyd's Restaurant. I always thought it was Lloyd's, like the Lloyd's, but yeah, maybe. Which is bank full. Bout, maybe. I feel like chock full of deer and running ice. No, running ice. So he's talking about the creek, which is bank full. Oh, you think bank full, like water up to the river bank? Maybe, yeah. We'll go with it. But what's this? Bank full. What's that? I don't know. Or, yeah, or. D. Chock full. Maybe. Or over and running ice. I don't know. Stark full. Trout full. Clear. I don't know. Oh, maybe clear and running ice? Sunning ice? Oh, I don't know. This one's kind of confusing. My instinct is just to keep going, but I'll let you guys. Third last word, used. Used something ice. It's definitely ice. I'm going to, maybe I'll post this page on my Instagram. And then if you guys want to comment or something, back full, which is back full. I don't know. Deer. I mean, all of these words, like I can see them. Like I can see the word deer, sure. But like does running ice make sense if it's melting? Stark is a type of deer. Okay. So we went down to we don't even know if that actually says creek. Which is about full of deer and I don't know. Clear and running ice. Could be clear. I'll go back to it. D isn't tall enough for how he usually writes it. I know. I agree. It's confusing. All right. We're moving on. Tuesday. Cloudy all day. Temp. If the creek is just melting, the deer would make sense as they're coming for water, but unsure. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, snow and ice about all melted. And then someone, thank you, because you guys are sending me now, worked at clearing around the cabin this evening. Clearing up around the cabin this evening. Again, look at that beautiful G. It's so nice. Look at the B from about and the B on the other page. Okay. There's the B in about. And the B on this page. You've been here for an hour. Awesome. Me too. I don't know what you guys think about the compared B's. I'm honestly like too tired to even like look at one and then the other and know. You think it's a B? Okay. I trust you. Okay. I'm moving on. Getting a little tired. Yeah, we'll come back to it later. We can always do that, right? There's a slight beeping in the background. I don't know. My computer is running in the background. It could be like the fan, but I don't hear it. But it could be like something. I don't know. Cloudy all day. About 28 above this morning. Edna. Return of Edna. Edna attended a meeting at Ernest, hard name, Listerborger. I'm just going to go for it. That is actually a name that we could probably find, because that's a very unique name. Ernest Listerborger, if anyone wants to find him. Maybe it's Linden, yeah. Lindenberger. Yeah, I guess that's like, makes more sense. Lindenberger, I don't know. This afternoon. And okay, hold on. Edna attended a meeting at Ernest Listerberger, or Lindenberger, whatever, this afternoon. Something of the children's home. Auxiliary? Maybe. Ancillary? What's an ancillary? What is ancillary? I don't know what that word means. I've heard it before, but I don't know what that is. Because I see auxiliary. Is that what that means? Ancillary means under your armpit? A smaller this afternoon anchoring of the children's home looks like a K in the middle. Yeah. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, I don't think then it's ancillary then. If it's, if it means under your armpit or like a vein, I don't know. I'm going to put auxiliary and we will just like come back to it. I can zoom in. Extension. I know it is. Auxiliary is an extension, right? Or does ancillary also mean that? Ancillary. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it's ancillary. What do you guys think? Do you think it actually says that? A leader of an organization? Okay, so I'm going to put... I just feel like it doesn't look like it. I feel like it doesn't say ANC. Embroidery. Person whose work provides necessary support to the primary activities of... Okay, so I'm going to put that too. And we will figure it out. That makes sense. Axillary means under your armpit. That's hilarious. It does look like there's an X in there. Yes. Auxiliary. Ladies' Auxiliary would raise funds for the children's home. Maybe it's that. Okay. Thursday. Now, if we can find the children's home, that would be cool. Cloudy all day, colder. Sat colder tonight. Got colder? Got. Doesn't look like the word, though. Yeah, I don't know. Auxiliary is also a job title. Okay, we'll figure it out. Maybe we can find him, because his name is pretty specific, so maybe we can find, like, a census record or something with the name of the title on it. That would be cool. Got colder tonight and snowed some. A high northwest wind blew all night. Temp about 10 above. Yeah, I'll go back. Someone said, can I see Lindenberger name again? I think I saw an S here, but there's like the G here is causing a little bit of confusion. So now that someone said Linden, the N-D-E-N, I see that now. Look at the N here and the N picking up James. Oh my God. You guys are like more, you're paying attention to this more than I am. Where is James? Where is he talking about James? I don't even know. I think I will... I don't know. I'll highlight this again. And I'll also put this actual page, like the screenshot of this actual page into the blog. Because I don't know if you guys were all here when I said it, but I made a website. And the link is in my bio on TikTok. And it's just going to be a place where I can put all of our finished transcriptions. And, like, I'll put, obviously, when we're not sure about something, I'll put it on there. And, like, make sure I can get comments on that. But I'll put that there. And you can look more closely. Oh, we did that already. Do I keep misspellings? I don't know. I haven't really, like... I haven't made a point to keep them or get rid of them. I think right now I'm just like typing. And that's kind of the process that I go through is I just, even with the other diary that I read, I just type it out. It's not all true to exactly what's there. And it's not all like spelled correctly. And I might even like leave typos because it's just kind of to get it on the page. And then usually the second go around is when, hold on, I see someone found a children's home. So I'm screenshotting that. Usually the second go around is when I'm like actually caring about the spellings and all that stuff, but you guys are sticklers for spelling, so. Okay, this one says cloudy all day, strong northwest wind. Ernest Forrest Listenberger. I found him both married and died in Iowa. Okay. Waverly's children's home. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe it's one of them. Okay, strong northwest wind blowing all day. getting colder tonight. Bummer, it was getting warmer. Saturday, February 27th. Clear all day, 29 above this morning. Very windy all day. I went to see Rapids at 3:30 p.m. Home at 5:30 p.m. I love his threes. You're so invested but need to do something for the day. Is it early where you are? Because it's late where I am. This is like an end of the day thing for me, a wind down. Those are really pretty threes. I might make maybe I'll make a video just about the letters that he makes that I like, because I've noticed a few today that are very beautiful. Handwriting is cool. Okay, this one says clear all day. A raw. It's 2 a.m. Oh my gosh. And you're awake? It's 8 p.m. here and I'm like asleep. This is a diary that we're reading through and transcribing. You're in Croatia and Scotland? That's so cool. There haven't been any deaths in a while, so that's good. Yeah, definitely. February 26th is your birthday. They always start off talking about the weather. Yeah, that's common in these old diaries. I feel like a lot of the time it's just very practical, talking about like what the day was and what the weather is. But yeah, he's like really focused on that. It's 1 a.m. here and you have an exam at 11. Just go to bed. We won't be on here much longer. But oh my God. Okay, a raw northwest wind blowing all day. I did not leave house or home today. What's your exam on? Miss Kruger. I think that says Miss Kruger again. Came out last night. All right. We're on March 1st. I found the diary on eBay. And I have, someone's going to yell at me about the comma. I have 3 diaries from this person. So this is the first one. It's from 1943. The second one is, I have it right here, so I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to. The second one is from 1944. The third one is from 1947. TikTok just told me I've been live for 90 minutes and not to forget to take a break. So I'm going to take some water. Thanks, TikTok. You think he's a widow and started journaling after she passed? Maybe. I don't know if that was the first diary that they were selling, or let me go back. There were lots of diaries from this same person. And I didn't get all of them. I only got 3 of them. Other people bid on the other ones. And that may have not been the first one. Oh, it could be Kriege. Yeah, it could be. We'll figure it out. Usually, as we keep going and we find more things that are like specific, we can narrow that kind of thing down. Like if we find one person and they have Kruger or Krieger or whatever the last name is in like a relation to them, we can then narrow it down. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, clear today. About 10 above this morning. Strong. You think it? Someone said they think it says Midwest wind. I'm saying N. Because I think that's just a loop. I think he's just fancy. Getting colder again. Dang. March weather. All right, we'll do a few more. I wish this was a job. Yeah, I wish this was a job too. Cursive N had 2 humps. It's crazy to think he had no idea we would look at this diary in the future on TikTok. Yeah, very true. I don't remember how much I paid for them. It was a bid kind of thing, so a couple of them I paid like a little bit more than I should have. I think it got up, well, I don't know. I mean, like, I think a couple of them got up in the 20s, maybe a little more. But I wanted like a few of them, so it did add up, these, but hopefully it's worth it. It's already worth it because this is fun. So clear all day, temp 0 this morning, and remained cold all day. It's around 0 tonight. This is this is real winter weather. Oh, this poor guy. Someone said it would be cool to trace it back to the family, and yes, it does feel good. I do that a lot with pictures that I collect, and I actually read a diary on my page. That's like my main focus, and it was written in 1917, and I've traced it back to her family, and I've met them, and I've gone to visit her house. It's really cool. It feels awesome. People do this for census records and other digitized documents, but it's usually volunteer. Yeah. It would be cool to do it for an actual job. I wish I knew that, you know, this kind of thing, archivists and like what they do, because maybe I would have gone into that, but for now it's just a hobby. Okay, Wednesday, March 3rd. Clear all day. 8 below this morning. Warmed up today. Getting warmer tonight. Appreciation for that word. That's beautiful. Thank you guys for following me. I have a lot more stuff like this to share with you. So this is something that we're going to do together. And then other stuff, like I read another diary on my own. I've already transcribed it, done all this work, and I share my research with you guys. So lots of different stories to be told. Okay. Clear all day. About 20 above this morning. Sometimes I feel like we're doing the same entry over and over again. He's got a formula for sure. A cold. What does that say? A cold something is predicted. Is it wave again? Every time it says wave, I don't get it. Okay, yeah. A cold wave is predicted. Bored tonight. I don't even know how many pictures I took, how many days I think I went through March actually, just in case. We're breezing through these. Clear all day. Temp about 6 this morning. Warmed up during the day. Easy. I can read this writing just because I've had practice. I feel like it's more about patterns than anything. And it just takes practice. Obviously every handwriting, every person's handwriting is different. And every diary has a different kind of like handwriting code, I guess. But I got really good at reading one woman's handwriting in a 1917 diary that I read, and I think that's definitely, like, primed me for reading old handwriting. I'm definitely, like, this one I had to get used to, but it's pattern, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not actually reading this word. It's almost like I'm looking at the whole word and going, oh, snowed, because I know he talks about snow a lot. It's more patterns. 6A means, yeah, thank you. ACY Borg Kitty. 6 means 6 above. He's talking about the temperature. All right, so on March 6th, snowed last night about an inch. 12A this morning. It got warmer and now it's cold again. Snowed all forenoon. Wind blew. Wind blew hard from the northeast. A cold wave predicted for tonight. Edna went to Cedar Rapids this evening. Someone asked if this is a weather diary. This is, I don't think, supposed to be just a weather diary. It's just kind of like a diary, but obviously weather is very important to this man. And we just call him the Weatherman because we don't know his name. There's a fancy N in North. Let me see. Yeah, you're right. It looks like an M. And that's actually very similar in the other diary that I read. She's got letters that really are unique and are tough to read at first, but then once you learn them, how she writes them, it's easier to read. Like her M's and N's actually look upside down in the other diary. And you just kind of get used to it. Nothing happened in his life, clearly. Well, in the first month, a bunch of people died, and he went to their funerals. So I think he would rather have just be talking about the weather than people's funerals. It was 10 below. Ooh. Getting cold. It was 10 below this morning. Stayed cold all day and is down to 0 tonight. It's weird that he said down to 0 tonight. Edna. Oh, no, that doesn't say Edna, does it? Does that say Edna? It looks weird. What do you guys think? Does that say Edna? He talks about Helen, too. Does that say Helen? Edna? Okay. Edna went to Cedar Rapids this a.m. Taking... Ooh, look at that G. So nice. Taking Miss Kruger. Again, I don't know if that actually says Kruger, but that's kind of what we're guessing for now. Taking her in. We did not leave the place today. Edna does love going into town. We still need to find out who she is. All right, I'll go till 8:30. It's 8:10 right now where I am. I'll go till 8:30. Monday, March 8th, 1943. Cloudy most of the day. 12 below this morning. Oh, it's cold again. Remained cold. A storm tonight. Another storm coming. You think it says southwest wind? I thought southeast. Did I spell remain? Oh. Remained. All right. I'm moving on. Sorry. southeast. I don't know. G. I feel like I wasn't noticing how pretty his handwriting was before, and now I'm really noticing it. Lloyd, Francis, Norman, David. Which he's mentioned those men before, and we were thinking it said Daniel, but I don't know. Now I still can't tell. Does that say David or Daniel? I don't know. I could see both. I think David. David. Okay. Roger stayed at the Y? Like the YMCA? I wonder how many days we've done today. We've done a lot. We went all through February. And more. Okay. Partly cloudy today. 20 above. That's the first mention of an actual job. Other than just like building the cabin and kind of like homesteading. But maybe he means like working on the farm or the cabin. I have to decide the next day that I'm going to do this to pick up where we left off. So if you have any input, I'm thinking next week either I could do probably Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. So if anyone has a preference, let me know. Because you guys were here, so you get input. People are commenting like birth dates of somebody. I can't see all the comments. They go really quickly. So please, if you find Edna Diamond, I believe she was a dance instructor. If you find anything about these people that you think it's them, just send it to my on the website if I think it's them. That's why he calls her daughter Edna. That's a good thought. Tuesdays are great. Okay. All right, Thursday, March 11th. Mostly clear today. 5 above. This morning. Warmed up during the day. The snow thawed off today. Off. So when I decide, I'm pretty sure, can we skip today's date? Skip to today's date. I don't know if I have pictures up until then, actually. I don't know how many I took. I don't think I do. I think we're nearing the end of my little batch here. I'm glad I went above, like I thought I went further than I thought we would even get. So that means today's date, we're going to hit that next week. Sorry. Friday, March 12th, 1943. Clear and mild today, 20 above this morning. Had the manhole in the well plastered today. Went over, maybe? Over, went down. Awake, I think that says wake. Of the I lost connection. Am I frozen? Can you guys see me or hear me? Anybody? If anyone can hear me, say something. Oh, it's going in and out. Okay, it said I lost connection. You hear me now. Okay, am I consistent now? Okay, good, because I was about to stop it. Last time I totally got kicked out, and I had to create a new live. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, we're almost done today anyways, so. Clear and mild today. 18 above this morning. Norman and Roger came out to Walford, which we actually had the word Walford before in the last entries. It's a town nearby. Come on, show us today's date. I can't. Well, I guess I could. I could open up the diary, but you won't be able to read it very well. Out to Walford on 1:03 this a.m. and went back on 1:08 tonight. How about this? Right before I get off, I will open up the diary to today's date, and I'll try to read it to you, but you won't be able to see it nice and big like that, because these are pictures I took earlier. We'll do maybe like one more day or two more, and then I'll read you today's. Because I think that's a good idea. I just don't have the pictures. Okay, clear and mild today. We did not leave home today. Lloyd and family came out today. Miss, again, I don't know if it's Miss Kruger. Miss Kruger was out last night. All right. Oh, 65 degrees on March 14th since he didn't give a temp. Do you have that, the records open right now? That's funny. Thank you. Very important. I'm shocked he didn't mention that. That's kind of like, well, he said clear and mild, so surprised he didn't mention the actual temperature. Yeah, I know. I'm starting to wonder about who Miss Kruger is, too. Okay. Raining this morning. And most of the forenoon. A mild day. Oh, look at the Y. I'm like obsessed with his Y's and G's. Okay. All right. We're on Tuesday. This is a long one. I know, the Y in day. It's beautiful. Heavy rain. That's a beautiful Y, too. This is a 1943 diary that we're reading and transcribing to try to figure out who the guy is who wrote it. This is something that we're doing weekly, and then we're just going to keep going through it together. So I won't do this on my own. I'll just do it with you guys. Addie asked, how can you read this? Lots of practice. And also, my name is Addie, too. Had a heavy rain 10 p.m. last night. I don't know if you can get a job doing this. I would like a job doing this. I'm sure historians do this all the time, but I didn't really know that that's what historians and archivists did. So I didn't go into that, but I'm sure someone has a job doing this. A lot of people have been saying there's lots of, it could be Keys instead of Kruger. A lot of people are saying there's lots of volunteer transcription websites and stuff like that. This is just for fun, but it would be really cool. Turned colder all day with a high, okay, hold on. 10 p.m. last night. Turned colder all day with a high northwest wind. Lloyds were out this evening to supper. Edna's birthday! Happy birthday, Edna! That's funny. Out this evening to supper. Edna's birthday. Okay, so they went to dinner because it was Edna's birthday. That's cool. If you think this is undecipherable, people have to unlock codes. Da Vinci wrote backwards. Yeah. I mean, I don't think people are saying it's undecipherable. It's just kind of like probably wondering how so this day is March 16th. Okay. Well, awesome. That's something that we can definitely look up later. A cold wave. A cold wave something tonight. What does that say? A cold wave. Do. Thanks. Oops. A strong northwest wind. Still, I don't know why I'm capitalizing that. Blowing tonight. That I don't know. Something the first, oh, this is so sweet. It says saw the first robin today. Oh my God. That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for like a sign of spring and that he would mention that. That is so sweet. And a flock of them along the road in the shelter of the dump. Sheller? The sheller of the dump? Or does that say shelter? To get out of the wind. Okay, so that's shelter. We're on March 16th. Someone said, what day? That is so sweet. I think maybe we will stop there then. Where I live, the first sign of spring I live next to a swamp, and we have like these frogs, we call them the peepers, and they come out. And that's the first sign of spring for us. Yes, that is a great place to stop. So I did tell you guys I would open up to today's date because I don't have the picture of that. So, it's kind of boring. Kind of a short entry. But on Thursday or Friday, hold on. Ugh. I opened up to May. It's not May. March. Okay, so here's March 28th. So on Sunday, March 28th, it says clear all day. A raw east wind blowing all day. Did not leave home. Later, Norman and Blanche came out this afternoon. Okay, so that's from today, this day, back then. I really love this diary. This guy reminds me so much of my dad. I'm so glad I happened upon this. Oh, I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad it can remind you of your dad. So it's stump, not dump. That's, that makes more sense. You think so? Yeah, I mean, it looks like dump, but stump would make more sense. All right, so what I'm going to be doing, yeah, that is like the cutest little ending that we could have had today. That's perfect. I don't remember who I bought it from. I could look it up, but what I'm going to do is take all of this that we've added. We did a lot of work today. I'm going to take all of this. I'm going to put it on the website. The website has a link on my TikTok page, and what I'm doing is I'll like update here. I'll write what we found today, like the highlights. Definitely one of the highlights is that spring has started. And then I'm going to put all of our transcriptions in here too, in this Google slide.